get started. We'll start on our mat. And if you want to start the music, you can go ahead and start the music now. We'll start on our mats, lying down. Draw the knees into the chest and just take a few moments to rock. Taking about 5 minutes or so to warm up before we get into all of our HIIT work. Keep your right knee into your chest, let your left leg go long. Flex that left foot, so really pull the toes up, push the heel out. Feel that nice stretch in the front of the left hip. And then switch sides. So lengthen out the right leg, push through the heel, draw the left knee in really close. And we'll do that just 2 more times each leg. Inhale for the left leg to go long. Exhale for the right leg to go long. Again, inhale, left leg. Exhale, right leg. And then once again, bring both knees into the chest. This time, extend the arms out wide. Switch the hips to the left so the knees can go to the right for a twist. If you want to give yourself a deeper twist, just push your right hand down on your left thigh. Just a few nice deep breaths here. Hopefully you did just get out of bed not too long ago, so your body's still waking up. We'll help it wake up even more. All right, let that side go. Take it to the other side. Again, if you want to self-assist, which I think feels really good, left hand can be on the right thigh. Maybe you turn to look over the right shoulder. You find those deep breaths that can go all the way down to the belly, all the way down to the base of the spine. And then coming onto your back, quick little hamstring stretch. Left leg can be bent or straight. Right leg comes over the body, and you can hold the back of your thigh, your calf, your ankle, or your foot. And let's just roll that right ankle out. And then going the other direction. And then just let the foot be still and take a few more breaths, lengthening out the back of the right leg. Okay, let's go ahead and switch sides. So left leg goes long. Again, we'll start with those ankle rolls, just loosening up. And then let the foot be still and just breathe into that stretch. So your back, your shoulders, your head are resting down, and that leg is able to find the length from that base of support. One more breath here. All right, 2 feet to the ground, hands to the side, some rolling bridges to wake up the spine. Inhale to lift the hips up, 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 up. When you get as high as you can go, pause there. And then exhale, slowly lower down. Try to take your whole exhale breath to come all the way back to the mat. 2 more. Inhale, peel it up. Exhale, take it down. 1 more time. Finding that really big stretch in the front body from the knees to the hips to the shoulders. And then lower on down. Bring those knees to the chest and start to just rock yourself forward and back a few times, forward and back. And then if you want, you can turn to the long side of the mat, but you don't have to. Soles of the feet together, knees wide. We won't fold forward with this for now. We'll just stay upright. So really using your core strength to sit up tall. And then take a moment to just take the head and the eyes, look over one shoulder and look over the other. And then take one ear to one shoulder so you're stretching the opposite side of the neck. And then same thing, other side. And then we'll just roll the chin down to the chest and roll it back to one ear. 2 more times like that. So like a little fourth of a circle really. Stretching through the neck. All right, let's take the head to the other side. So other ear, other shoulder. And again, those little fourths of a circle. Chin down to the chest. Chin back away. Chin down. Back away. 1 more time. Inhale. Exhale. And bring your head upright. Straighten out one of your legs. It doesn't matter which one. The other foot will be in that tree pose shape. And you'll turn your torso towards your straight leg. And let's flex that foot like we did earlier. Inhale to sit really tall and exhale to just walk your body over that leg. And you're going to go as far in this forward fold as feels good to you. And once you get there, think about pulling the shoulders away from the head. And then you can let your head relax downwards. Deep breaths into the side, back, deep breath out. 1 more time like this. And then just turning your torso to face forward, stretching the opposite arm over that extended leg. So we're taking this head to knee pose and just opening it up a little bit. Deep breath in, deep breath out. One more time here. And then we'll take it to a twist. So that same arm that was overhead, bring it behind your body and you'll twist in that direction, sitting up really, really tall here. And go ahead and come on back around. Same thing other side. So we'll start with the head to knee pose where we face the extended leg. Flex with the extended foot, turn your torso that way. Sit up as tall as you can and then keep that length hinging at the hips, folding forward. And even though you're creating that length in your back, you can still relax the shoulders and the head and maintain that length. One more breath here. And then just open your chest forward. Take the opposite arm over the extended leg, that revolved version of head to knee. Really feeling that stretch in the outer hip and the side waist. Bringing yourself all the way up. Find that twist. Look over that arm that was overhead. And then come back around, face forward. Give those legs a little bit of a shake. And let's go ahead and get started with our HIIT work. So we'll come on to all fours. Remember that if your wrists aren't feeling lovely today, you can make a fist or do this on your forearms. We'll go ahead and tuck the toes. And first 30 seconds, really simple, keeping everything still. You're just going to lift your knees a little bit off the mat and then tap them down. A little bit off the mat, tap them down. You're not bearing weight on your knees. You're keeping the weight with your core and your shoulders and your quads. So let's set it up. 30 seconds on the clock. Here we go. Little taps up and down. Again, you don't want to feel like you're crashing down on your knees when you find the mat. So very, very light. Pushing down into the hands, the fists, or the forearms, and really starting to feel that belly awaken. Notice if your shoulders are starting to reach up, pull them down, find that space for 5, 4, 3, 2, hold the knees an inch or two off the mat. Stay for an extra 10 seconds. If your knees are really high off the ground, lower them a little bit more. Keep pushing away from the floor to lift the body and drop the knees. Quick child's pose. Sit the hips back, reach the arms forward. Okay, coming back to that tabletop shape. A little more of that all fours action. Starting with your right leg, taking it back. We've got a lift and a lower, and then a lift, take it out to the right, back to center. We'll alternate. So just straight up and down, and then out to the side and back in, okay? Everything else stays still. You're only moving your right leg. Here we go. 30 seconds. As always with these timed movements, you decide how fast or how slow. And if, like me, you lost the pattern, that's totally fine. Trying your best to alternate the vertical with the horizontal. Belly still tight, shoulders still strong. Up and down and out to the side and in for 3, 2, and 1. Okay, straight to the other side. Left leg extends, pointer flex the foot. Here we go. A vertical and a horizontal. And that horizontal movement may be smaller than your vertical, and that's fine because you want to keep your pelvis stable. You're just moving the leg in that hip socket. You're not moving anything else in the body. Last 10 seconds to go. And child's pose, down dog, whatever you need. Releasing off of the hands, releasing off of the shoulders. And then we'll come on up to the knees, and this is where those weights can be helpful. And if you're on a hard surface, you might want to roll your mat up a little bit more because we'll be standing on those knees for a bit, making sure that your thighs are engaged and your glutes are engaged and your belly is still nice and strong. Keeping the torso tall, we'll reach the arms out to the sides and just hover the butt over the heels and then squeeze to stand back up. We do this move a lot in our morning classes in person. 30 seconds, here we go. Down and up. down and up. And we're trying to keep those arms just at shoulder height. So no higher, no lower. Keep on going here. 15 more seconds. Hey, Jesse, just saw your message. Thanks for that. Remember, you're stopping your hips right before they hit your heels. We'll add, of course, our little bonus moves in 3, 2, 1. Okay, hold yourself down, that hover. Bring the weights into your chest or your cans, and then we'll just open the hands out and pull them in. Your elbows will stay bent. We have 8 more reps here. Just opening and closing those arms. Shoulders are still down the back. Breathing here. Thighs should start to feel it. Inhaling, exhaling, as always. 3 more to go. 2 more. Last one. Bring the weights to the chest. Sit all the way up. Really squeeze that booty. This time, we'll come down about halfway, all the way up. So we're not going to that hover. We're just going halfway down and then back up. We'll keep the weights at the chest, or you can let the weights hang down. 30 seconds starts now. So just halfway. Try to feel into it. It doesn't have to be a perfect halfway, but guess. Still stacked head and shoulders over hips. So we're not in that ski motion. We're really trying to stay vertical and use those strong thighs. 10 more seconds to go. Whew. You can really think about pushing down into your shins, down into the tops of the feet for 3, 2, 1. We'll hold it at that halfway, little pulses with the hips for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand all the way up. Bring those weights, those hands, those arms out to 90 degrees. We'll do a little lift up, a few inches, come back to armpit height, elbows in, forward, and then back out. So we go up, down, forward, and out. 10 of these, strong legs, here we go. And when you bring your arms forward, the inside of the arms don't have to touch. Do though try to keep your elbows at the same height the whole time when you're going from that outer arm to in front of the body. Standing tall, standing proud. You got this. Waking up those shoulders this morning, waking up those deltoids. Three more. Last one. Beautiful. All right, gently release those weights. Take a moment to stretch your arms. You might want to bring one arm in the crook of the other elbow. And then to stretch your quads, you may want to take one hand towards that heel, push your hips forward, and the other arm can come overhead. So it almost feels like a camel pose, but it's really more about the stretch in the thighs and the back bend. And then if you did that, make sure to get the other side. Awesome. All right. Take a moment to hydrate if you need to. And we'll come into some standing work. So coming onto those feet, and we'll grab those weights once again, coming into some chair pose work. For your chair, your feet can be hips width or narrower, you get to decide, but you are in that bent over row position, making sure that your back is nice and straight and you're not kind of rounding and hunching. Belly is helpful here to stay turned on. So first move, a little compound move. We'll take a chest fly and a heel raise. So just finding that nice releve and balance, opening the arms wide and coming back down. We'll do this rep base, just 10. Roll the shoulders down the back, sit the hips lower, pull the belly button in. Here we go. Chest fly, heel raise. And it can be really easy to take all of your weight forward. You want your hips to counteract your chest going forward so that you don't fall forward. So really keeping those hips back, staying in that squat. Back is nice and strong. Shoulder blades are protracting and retracting. We're almost there. You've got 3, 2, last one. Now just the legs. Wing the elbows out, weights into the chest. Heels stay up. We try to balance for 10, 9, Can you relax your toes? Can you sit a little lower for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your heels. Now the weight of the hips goes down a few more inches, up a few inches, down a few inches, up a few inches. If you're feeling pain in your low back, check in. Is your belly really engaged? If you need to, you can widen your feet. You can also lift your chest a little bit more upright. Stay for 5. Little lifts up and down. 4, 3, last 2, last 1. Stay in your chair. Final move here. Arms by the knees, palms face away from your device. Inhale to lift your straight arms behind you. Exhale to bring them by the knees. We've got 9 more. Because these are light weights, we're trying not to throw the arms in space. It's slow. It's controlled. We've stayed in the squat for quite a while. In strongly. Weight back in the heels, hips back, belly button pulled in, chest proud, collarbone broad. Lots to think about. 4 more here. Straight arms up, straight arms down. Last 2. Last 1. Okay, ditch those weights. Take a moment to stand up. You may want to find a little bit of a back bend. You may want to come into a little bit of a lunge to stretch those hip flexors. Just stretch the quads out. All right. From here, we're going to get into some cardio. And I'll just turn the camera up a little bit. We'll get into some cardio. Coming out to our plie squat in a jump and coming into that chair pose. Remember, if you're not jumping this morning, you're stepping and then you're staying really low in your hips, okay? We've got 30 seconds of quick movement. Remember, you don't have to jump to be quick. We'll start in that chair pose, toes forward, and here we go. Toes out, toes forward. So that plie squat should feel much wider and you should feel that external rotation. You can do whatever you want with your arms too. So if you want your arms to move with your legs, sometimes that can be fun, sometimes that can be distracting. So do what you need to do. Low in those hips. We're going to add a little burn in 10 seconds. Focusing in on those legs. For 3, 2, 1. Find that plie squat. Take your fingertips to your knees, so barely any weight, just a light touch. Inhale to lift the heels up. Exhale to reach the arms up. Bring everything back down. Again, heels up, arms up, everything down. Heels, arms down. Stay low in your hips, even when you raise your heels. So you want those quads to be working. Yes. I know you're all doing an amazing job, even though I can't see you. 3 more. Stay strong. You've got this. We'll be moving to core next. Back on the mat. Last one. All right. Stand it up. Shake it out. Again, you may want to find stretch. Stretch for the quads. Might feel really, really nice. Then let's come on down to the mat. Core work. We'll stay seated, finding a boat pose. Interlacing the fingers in a fist today. For this boat, let's all keep our feet on the ground. Spine really long though, leaning back as much as you want. We'll take a Russian twist to either side for 1, 2, we're going lower back towards the ground, 3, and then hand center, lift yourself up on 1. So we're going down 6 times, 3 on each side, and then a center to lift. The whole time your back is long, no C curve, okay? Settle into those sits bones, and here we go, 30 seconds. 3, 2, 1, back up. 3, 2, 1, back up. If your feet are flying off the ground, try to dig the heels in and see if that helps versus having flat feet. Your breath is super duper strong here. Press it up, we're almost there. Last 3, 2, 1. Stay center. We're going to build onto that movement. Torso goes down a few inches, up a few inches. Hands stay in that fist, 30 seconds. We'll be lying down and doing some more core work after this. So you'll get to extend through the front of the hips, but just stay with me. Shoulders down the back, collarbone broad. You're reaching your fist away from your body, but you're anchoring those arms with the shoulder blades. Almost there. For 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lay on down, release that fist. Reach those legs up to the sky and turn the toes out, heels in. A little bit of our floor bar, continuing with core work too. Arms can be by the sides or hands can anchor under your butt in that diamond shape. We'll lower the legs halfway down. Take 2 pliés, so 2 bends of the knees, 2 of those squats. Lift the legs up and then a little reverse crunch. So it's a pretty long combination move, but you got this. You lower halfway, 2 bends to straighten, keeping the heels connected, lifting the legs back up, finding that reverse crunch. Okay? 30 seconds on the clock. Starts in 3. Keep that turn out. In 2, in 1. Inhale down. Exhale, inhale to bend and straighten. Lifting back up, use your exhale to reverse. And again, this is all your tempo. Take it slow if you need to. There's a lot happening here, and I'd rather have you keep your back connected to the earth until the reverse crunch than to go fast and have that back flying all over the place. Keep on going. I'm going to check on the time. You're almost there. You're still moving, even though I've stopped. Last 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Feet on the mat. Take a moment to bridge. Lift the hips up. And then lower the hips down. All right, from here, extend the legs out to the front of the mat. Really flex your feet. We've been doing a lot of flexed feet work today, continuing it. Belly presses down, back presses down. Crunches with straight legs. So just giving the hip flexors a break. Elbows out wide. We'll lift up. We'll twist one side, the other. Come back down. And your hands are supporting your head, so hopefully you're not feeling any neck pain here. 30 seconds on the clock. Starts now. Exhale. Finding that lift, twist, twist. And you're trying your best not to twist your elbows. You're twisting from your core, and your elbows just move in response versus drawing closer to your face. So keep those elbows nice and wide. We're over halfway there. Low back is trying its best to stay connected to the earth. In 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, we'll build onto this shape. Lift your left leg. Hover your right leg about an inch off the ground. If this feels uncomfortable to you already, you can keep your right heel connected to the earth. We'll create that fist that we did before. We'll exhale to twist outside of that lifted leg, left leg, and then come back down. Exhale to twist outside of the lifted leg, come back down. If you need the neck support, one hand or both hands can be behind the head. So set that L shape up, flex through both feet, and here we go. Exhale, inhale. And just checking in that your neck isn't doing the lifting work. Lifting is coming from that strength in the belly. You're trying to lift the shoulder blades as high off the ground as possible and get that twist in. Compound movement here. You're there in 3, 2. Take a moment, hold yourself up. That right leg that's maybe on the ground, maybe hover, lift it up to your left. Take it back to a hover. Up to the left, take it back to a hover. Just 3 more. Should really be feeling those deep abdominal muscles. 2 more. Last one. Beautiful. Okay, lay it down. Switching sides. Right leg is the up leg. Left leg is on the floor or hover. Your back, though, is connected to the mat. Situate your hands the way you want, and here we go. Exhale to lift and twist. Inhale to come down. You're pushing strongly through both feet. So even though your legs are still, they should feel active and engaged. Finding that big exhale breath to take you into that lift and twist. Trying not to give up. Only 30 seconds and we're almost there. For 5, 4, stay up in 3, 2, 1. Left leg lifts to meet the right. Comes to that tap and hover for 4. Low back pressing down. 3, 2, 1. Whew. Take a moment, stretch it out. Toes forward, fingers back, elongate. Elongate that belly. And then we'll take one more round of moves. Focus more on the legs than the core in a bridge shape. We'll take a single leg bridge to start. Right foot on the ground, left leg up. Remember, if keeping the legs straight up doesn't work for you, a figure 4 works wonderfully as well. Anchor your shoulders and the backs of your arms on the mat. Anchor the back of your head down, and we'll come up 3, 2, 1, down and count of 1. Okay, so just keep that pattern in your head, and we've got 30 seconds, which starts now. So up 3, 2, 1, down on 1. The idea is that the slower you go, the more you can control, and you're really pressing into that standing foot, squeezing those glutes on that progression up, and then that complete lower down. Over halfway there, we'll add, of course, a little bit of a bonus move at the top. Keep pushing out through that left foot. It's nice and flexed. The next time you come up, stay here, and then just point and flex that foot. So you're just holding your body up for 8, 7. Try not to let the hips come down. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Point the foot, little pulses now. Hips haven't been on the ground for a bit. You just have 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring that foot down. Hips are still off the ground. Can you lift the hips a little bit higher? We'll raise the heels off the ground, and if this feels okay, we'll stay here. Knees will go out and in. And imagine we have that TheraBand around the thighs. 30 seconds here, out and in. You want to keep your big toe on the ground. So if it feels like it's flying up, you might be moving too much. You just want, again, that leg and the hip socket action, finding that movement away from the center line of the body. Should feel this in those outer glutes, outer thighs. We're staying strong. The belly is still that supporting player in the shape. You're almost there. Ooh, breathing into that burn for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring everything down. If you need to take a moment to pull your legs in, go for that. And we'll restart with that single leg glute press on the other side. A left foot will be the down foot. Right leg is up or in figure 4. Anchor the back of your arms, your head, your shoulder blades. 3 counts up, 1 count down starts now. Up 3, 2, 1, down 1. Remember, the longer and stronger, if you have that right leg up, the easier this becomes. If you're in figure 4, you're still active through that right foot, and you're getting that little bonus hip stretch too. Halfway there. Pressing into that left foot. Lift, 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 lower. And you might notice that one side feels a little more challenging than the other. Totally normal. Okay, the next time you come up, stay up here. Point and flex that right foot 10 times. Keeping that breath going. Last 3, 2, 1. Hold the point, little pulses. Pushing into that left foot. Booty strong. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Foot to the ground. Butt is still off the mat. Lift the heels. This time the thighs will squeeze in instead of out. So let your thighs touch. Find that inner line of the legs. Here we go. In. Building that strength around that whole trunk, around the entire thigh. Getting the calves in with this little releve as well. We have 15 more seconds, guys. 15 more seconds. We can do this. Maybe you even lift your hips a little higher. You accept the challenge. The last 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Stretch it out. You may want to take a figure 4 or a half pigeon. So giving yourself just a nice moment or two to stretch, to get some water, and to also maybe come off of the ground. Okay. Last 15 minutes of class, we'll be doing some balance work and a little more core work. We'll also incorporate a few more yoga poses into class. Just make sure that your weights or your cans or whatever you're using for weight is towards the top of your mat. And then whatever you're using for balance, whether it's a yoga block or a water bottle, that is also at the top of your mat. And we'll start standing up here. We'll face the front of the mat where we have those objects set up. And we'll start out the gate with balance. So all of that core work we did, all of that strong glute work, keep those in mind for these balances. Those exercises were meant to help you to balance. Making sure that object is like middle of the top of the mat. We'll start with the left leg up, arms up, that one-legged mountain. Then we'll take it into warrior 3. Doesn't mean that you actually have to tap your object, but you know it's there if you need it. And then we'll come right back up, one-legged mountain. This standing leg could be bent, but if it's bent the whole time. If it's straight the whole time. 30 seconds here. Set your focus of your eyes. Get really tall for that right leg. And here we go, one-legged mountain to warrior 3. Remember that the hips stay square, so I'm really just moving this leg behind me and in front of me. And my left leg definitely is straight when it goes back, and it is bent when it comes up. Working on those stabilizers in our right leg. As we press that left leg out and pull it in, we're there in 3, 2, 1. Meet me in warrior 3. Hands can be touching something, of course. We'll take this lifted left leg into 10 hamstring curls. Bend the knee, pull the heel in, push it out. Remember, your right leg could be bent. For 8. Call on that belly to help you. 7. Hips are still square. 6, 5, 4. You got this. 3, 2, 1. Return to one-legged mountain. A little bit of play. Single leg calf raise. Try to lift that right heel for 10, 9. Drive through the ball of the right foot. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Shake it out. You may want to quickly extend that standing right leg behind you. Stretch through that calf. Beautiful. Before we do that on the other side, we'll go through 2 sun salutation A's. You don't need any equipment. Finding your mountain pose, that tall stance, arms by the sides. Inhale, lift your arms up. Exhale, big fold forward. Inhale, half lift, hands on the shins. Exhale, plant your palms, find your plank. First plank we've done today, actually. Inhale, shift forward. Exhale, chaturanga or knees, chest, chin. Inhale for the back bend that you like. Exhale, down dog. Zip the legs together, lift the heels, look forward, bend the knees, step or float, top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, push through the feet, stand all the way up, reach up, reach up, reach up. Exhale, arms by the sides. One more round, inhale, reach it up. Exhale, big fold over. Inhale, half lift. Move through your flow in your way. Remember, if you want to jump back to bent elbows. Jump back into your chaturanga. Zip the legs together, lift the heels and the knees. Make your way to the top of the mat. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Root to rise, reaching high. This time, hands come to heart center. Okay, shake yourself out. Just got the blood flowing there. We're coming back into our balance challenge. This time it's the right leg. One-legged mountain, warrior 3. 30 seconds. I would take it slow and steady. Here we go. Inhale can bring you into that warrior three. Exhale can pull you back into that one-legged mountain. Again, you have your object in front of you. Don't be shy. If you need to use it, you use it. It's your fail-safe. Fully bending in, fully straightening that leg out. Can you drive through both the pinky side and the big toe side of your standing left leg? We're almost there in 3, 2, meet me in warrior three. Hands can be down or up. Bending into that right knee, straightening through that right leg. More hamstring curls, 8 more to be exact. Your left leg could be bent. Shoulders relaxed. Eyes are focused, 3 more. Last one. One-legged mountain, meet me there. Find your steadiness, 10 of those calf raises. And it could be a baby lift of that left heel. And if you have a wall near you, feel free to use it if you feel like you're going to topple. Last 2. 1. Okay, shake it out. Again, you may want a quick calf stretch for that left calf. Okay, coming into 2 rounds of sun salutation A again. Toes pointed forward. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold the body over. Inhale, half lift. Going through your flow with your breath. From down dog, prepare the body to come forward. Inhale, exhale, do it. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold, stand tall. Arms by the sides. Take a moment. Inhale, swim the arms back up. Exhale, fold over the legs. Inhale, half lift. Again, your flow, your way. And this time we'll stay in down dog. So a little more yoga here. Right leg will lift. Bend the knee, open the hip. Tap the right arm out, or the right leg outside of the right arm. Swim it to the left arm, and then shoot it across, falling triangle. So spin to the big toe side of the left foot. Lift your left arm. And maybe you start to pull that right femur back so much that you can lift that right leg. We've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left hand down, right leg lifts. 3-legged dog. Take a deep breath in. Push out through that heel. The foot is flexed. And then step all the way through high lunge. Grab your weights, 1 in each hand. Arms will start down by the sides. Turning those palms forward. Bicep curl into low lunge. So back knee can hover or tap the mat fully. Straighten the arms, lift the back heel. We've got 9 more. Keep the arms close to the body, pulling those weights towards the shoulders. Nice and strong through the feet, grounded through the feet. 4 more. Last 2. Last 1. Hold it out here. Extend the arms from the chest. And then little circles. Arms are circling out and away from the body. For 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop those weights. Spin the back heel down. Warrior 2. So warrior 2 without weights. Front toes are pointed forward. Front knee is over the ankle. Arms are extended. Inhale, reverse warrior. Reach towards your back leg. Stay here. Can you take your front knee a little bit more into a 90-degree angle? Keep the leg side angle. Rest the right arm on the front leg. Left arm overhead. Keep it here. Can you bend to that front knee more? Coming back, warrior 2. Half moon is a balance, and we'll try this for 30 seconds. So it's a long time. Left hand to the hip. Right hand can reach out towards that object, your block, your water bottle. Lift your left leg up. 30 seconds starts now. And it helps to decide where you want to look and to keep your eyes focused there. Other thing we've been working on today is that strength in stillness, flexing through that lifted foot. You're over halfway there. If you haven't done something different with your arms, Try something different, and it might be that the balance works out great. It might be that it doesn't. Last 3, 2, 1, warrior 2. Parallel the feet, reach up, look up, wide-legged forward fold. Bending into the knees, wiggling the hips, letting the head be heavy. And then coming into one more stretch, toes out, heels in, that goddess squat, that plie squat, but as a nice steep stretch. And feel free to take this even deeper if you need to, maybe into a split. All right, team. Let's come on back to that down dog shape. So spinning to the top of the mat, stepping the right foot to meet the left, pushing into the hands, lifting through those hips. Left side, left leg lifts, bend the knee, open the hip. And just take a moment here, feel the stretch in the groin. And then left knee will come with the body forward, left leg outside of the left arm, left leg over to the right arm, falling triangle, extend the left leg to the right. Big toe side of the right foot is on the mat, lift the right arm, and we stay for 10 seconds. Maybe you pull the femur back and lift the left foot. Last 4, 3, 2, 1. Right hand down, left leg lifts, extend, extend, push through that heel, stretch, stretch, stretch. Step the left foot forward, high lunge, grab your weights. This time, different upper body. Weights will rest on the tops of the shoulders. As we drop into that low lunge, we'll push the arms straight to the ceiling, and as we return to high lunge, we'll bring the weights to the shoulders. Focus your eyes, steady your feet. Here you go. 10. So the leg, the back leg, and the arms are moving in opposite directions. Keeping that breath strong. Last 3. Last 1. Hold it here, high lunge. Arms come forward, circling the opposite way, so circling inwards for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Gently drop those weights. Spin the right heel down, warrior 2. Left leg is forward. Maintaining the strength in both legs will move the torso. Inhale, reverse warrior. Keep reaching back, bend the left knee even more. Side angle. Bend the left knee even more. Half moon, 30 seconds. Right hand to the hip. Look at the floor to get into the shape. Using your tools, stacking that right hip, and time has already started. Remember, for this pose, you want to really open out to the side. So your right hip is over your left hip, your right shoulder is over your left, and you're driving through that right heel towards the back of your mat. Again, if you haven't tried something different, try it now. You've got 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Warrior 2, soft landing. Parallel the feet, reach up, look up. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold. Again, let those hips shimmy and shake out. And we'll meet in a plie squat. Getting a little shoulder stretch in. Bring your right hand to your right thigh. Spin to look over your left shoulder. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more time, breath in. Breath out. Left side, same thing. Hand to the thigh. Look over the right shoulder this time. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. One more deep breath in. Deep breath out. Okay, parallel those feet. Wiggle those feet in towards each other. Drop the head, bend the knees, and slowly, slowly roll all the way up. When you get to the top, reach up, look up. Exhale, arms by the sides. Tuck the chin, roll down. Bending the knees, finding that heaviness. Maybe you shake a little bit. And then stopping the movement, rolling yourself all the way up. Reach up, look up. Arms by the sides. All right, we'll finish with one more balance, tree pose, a pose that we all know and maybe love, maybe don't love. I'll let you decide which leg you want to start on. I like to stand on my right leg and have my left leg first. My right leg is my stronger leg, but you do you. Remember, your tree leg could be tree at the ankle, tree at the inner calf, or at the inner thigh. So go where you want to go, but remember, it's not just about the tree leg, it's about the standing leg, that action of pushing in towards one another. And 30 seconds here. Just a nice steady balance to get you into your day. Noticing your breath. Noticing that if your mind maybe is starting to run with your to-do list, that it's harder to balance. So focus your eyes, focus your mind on what's happening right now, this attempt to balance in tree pose. And let it go. Shake it out. Okay, other side, second side, ankle, calf, or thigh. Again, standing tall on the rooted foot leg. 30 seconds starts now. If it feels good, breathe in through the nose. Breathe out through the mouth. Maybe thinking of one thing that you really want to kind of imbibe today, one thing you want to express. Maybe it's to be a little more peaceful or a little more loving. And then exhale something you want to let go of. And gently release that foot. Bend the knees, inhale, reach the arms out and up. Exhale, arms by the sides. One more time, bend the knees, inhale, reach it up. Exhale, take it down. Happy Thursday, everybody. Thank you for joining me.